Hey there, guys. So, welcome back again to the story of Saku, a guy who's extremely famous among girls, to the point that he gets a really hard time from other guys at school. But between all that, Saku was helping out a nerd named Yamazaki to become more open and casual so that he could get back at the girl who played with his heart. Saku did everything he could. But when the moment finally came, Yamazaki was in complete disarray because the girl who toyed with his heart using all those sweet words reveals she did it because her boyfriend had asked her to. Hearing this, Yamazaki was about to lose all his confidence, but Saku showed up and put all those brats in their place. This finally helped Yamazaki to let go of the past and look forward to the future. But what about Saku? He already has many girls chasing after him. And honestly, every single one of them is a banger. But for now, out of everyone, Yuzuki was the first one to propose to Saku to become her boyfriend. Now that really came out of nowhere, and even more so, she wanted to respect him and asked if he liked someone else. But Saku quickly dodged the question. This made Yuzuki feel assured that she still had a chance, and Saku got all shy. After all, such a gorgeous girl was flirting with him non-stop. So Saku straightforwardly asked her about this sudden proposal. Yuzuki knew he wouldn't become her boyfriend right away, so she let him in on her problem. No doubt she's gorgeous, and that's exactly why she gets all the watchful eyes of boys. And now she was getting unwanted attention from one troublesome guy who started stalking her. If left alone, this could turn into a huge mess, and she suspects it's a guy from Yanhai, a school famous for its delinquent students. No wonder she wanted Saku to act as her boyfriend. Saku is naturally good at acting, so being a proper boyfriend would be easy. This could scare the stalker away, but there's always a chance the stalker could turn out to be a real freak, and things might get violent. So Yuzuki offered him a once-in-a-lifetime deal any boy would dream of. He could do whatever he wanted with her as many times as he liked. Honestly, most boys would jump at this offer. And so Saku told her to get ready because he was pent up. But as you can guess, anime gives you hope and crushes it instantly. The guy just wanted to practice basketball. So after a good match, they sat down and had a heart-to-heart talk. After that, they went to school side by side and announced they were dating. This came as a huge shock to Yua and Haru. Haru didn't believe it even for a second that Saku would just go out and accept a girl without thinking. She was the first to doubt the authenticity of this relationship. So before things got out of hand, Saku told the whole group about the stalker situation. Everyone showed support and sympathy for Yuzuki, but Iwanami also heard everything. So he told Saku to rely on him if things ever got too much for him to handle. Later, Saku was sitting quietly waiting for Yuzuki when Nazuna came to talk to him. She just stopped by to ask about him and Yuzuki because the news shocked the entire class. But since Yuzuki was approaching, she quickly took Saku's chat ID and left. Something felt really suspicious about this. But for now, Saku lets it go and walked Yuzuki back home. That's when he learned that someone had stolen her deodorant from her bag. But Saku wondered why not her towel or clothes, because that's what a normal stalker would take. As creepy as that sounds, it's true. So maybe a girl holding a grudge was behind it, but thinking too much was exhausting. So Yuzuki asked him out on a date to relax. Saku remembered she had a practice match that day, so he told her he'd go if she wins the match. And the challenge was accepted instantly. This lifted her spirits. But the very next day, those stalkers from Yanhai showed up. So Saku informed Yuzuki first, and then went out to see who they were. Just as expected, those idiots took the bait and openly talked about Yuzuki, despite knowing Saku was her boyfriend. But those fools were just dogs acting under the orders of their senior, who had his eyes set on Yuzuki, before things could turn violent. Saku's friends appeared, so the three backed off for now, but it was obvious this wouldn't end so easily. This incident really shook Yuzuki, because Saku almost got hurt because of her. But Saku comforted her, saying nothing was wrong and there was no reason to be afraid. This brought her even closer to him than before, and she regained her cheerful spirit. So once again, new days began with new classes. And today, Saku was having lunch with Yamazaki, when a guy from Class 7 showed up named Tomoya. He bluntly told Yamazaki to get lost because he wanted to talk to Saku. But Saku immediately shuts him down and asked Yamazaki to stay. Tomoya then changed his tone and asked Saku about Yuzuki. He couldn't believe Saku and Yuzuki were dating, and this clearly showed Saku that Tomoya had feelings for her. Tomoya admitted it was love at first sight, but something about him still felt off. So Saku revealed that he was only pretending to be her boyfriend for certain reasons. This made Tomoya overly excited, and he started asking questions about Yuzuki to impress her. Saku warned him that although it was an act for now, if he genuinely fell for her, then he would seriously date her. Later, Yamazaki took Saku to the biology lab to collect something, but he suddenly ditched him and locked the door behind because Yua and Haru were waiting and had threatened Yamazaki to bring their prey. Both were furious and made Saku sit on the floor instead of a chair. They were angry because Saku had put himself in danger the previous day. They wanted him not to take things too far, yet he did. They too want to help Yuzuki, but not at the cost of Saku getting hurt. So he made a pinky promise that things wouldn't get as bad as before. After that, he went up to the rooftop and heard Asuka humming softly, so he went to talk to her. She's one of the people Saku seeks advice from, so he told her about everything. But Yuzuki suddenly appeared in the middle of their conversation, so they stopped. Then Saku introduced Asuka to Yuzuki, and Yuzuki immediately got jealous and asked if there was something between them. Asuka, being a senior, clearly said she wasn't Saku's girlfriend, but they are not just a simple friend either. Well, damn. The guy is definitely a chick magnet. But that was nothing new. Yet seeing Yuzuki fully step into girlfriend mode and get jealous was something else. But it also hurt her that Asuka was close enough to Saku that he called her by her first name. Unlike her, carrying that hidden pain, she returned home and found an envelope at her door. She immediately informed Saku, and inside were photos of her with him. This stalker was clearly not the type to give up easily, so Saku cracked a few jokes to lighten her mood. Things were getting serious, but Yuzuki still didn't want her parents involved. Later, Saku returned home, and that snake Tomoya called him again, asking more about Yuzuki. Through the conversation, Saku learned that Yuzuki had once helped Tomoya when he dropped his stuff. All she did was turn on her flashlight. It meant nothing. So Saku tried to explain that this didn't mean anything special, that Yuzuki was kind and gentle. So if he truly liked her, he should get to know her slowly. But after that, more photos of Yuzuki started appearing. She tried her best to stay strong, and match day arrived. But once again, something happened, and Saku rushed to check in. It turned out someone had stolen Yuzuki's sports shoes. Saku already had a suspicion about who it might be. But for now, he went out with Kaito to look for the shoes. Saku searched everywhere because just like before, the thief wanted to mess with Yuzuki, so he or she must have thrown the shoes somewhere around the school grounds. Saku worked tirelessly and finally found them. This restored Yuzuki's confidence again. Then the PE teacher assowed him which one, Yuzuki or Haru. But once again, Saku avoided answering. So the teacher played wingwoman and talked about how amazing both girls were if he ever wanted to date seriously. But it was clear the weight was leaning more toward Yuzuki's side. And that's where the video ends for today. But stay tuned to find out who the stalker is in the next part. And for that, make sure you had subscribed the channel to never miss an update. Till then, take care.